You're listening to Rocket Night.
Are you ready? Tonight I'm gonna take you on a little trip. We're going down south by the mighty Mississippi. I'm gonna take you to a place where lights never dim. Bring your mother, your brother, and your best friend. I'm gonna show you where they dance out in the street. They'll tell you all about your body heat. I'm not gonna talk about it, just gonna do it. Get on down if you feel up good. Get on down.
This is the Rocket Night podcast, and I am Tampa Earl Burton. This week, we're joined by one of my favorite new bands that has come out right now. They're called Left of the Slash, and we're talking with singer Stephen Nemiroff. Stephen, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Earl. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing fantastic. I know you've got this new album coming out, but one thing I wanted to talk about is everybody says, oh, they're an overnight success. I know your background. You are the epitome of the 15-year overnight success. You've been doing this a while.
Yeah, we have. It's an interesting place to start. A lot of times I kind of feel that we've had a lot of overnight success, but then again, it's like, was that night like 20 years? The 20-year night,
Exactly.
like a 20-year bender or something like that. I don't know. So I've been writing music since for a very long time now. So a lot of the songs that you're hearing right now are ideas and melodies and feelings that I had when I was at a pretty young age, like even like 14 years old. So now a lot of that's 20 something years that's been in my head for 20 something years, and it's been awesome to hear what's been in my head on the biggest stage now, being released with Epictronic Records, which is a part of the Orchard Sony distribution and Warner Chappell Publishing. So we feel pretty good that not only was our music recorded in the best possible way at Total Access Recordings here in LA, and also at the Lip Studio in downtown LA. We didn't really spare an expense. We didn't really spare the talent that we had around us, and we really feel that patience is a virtue. Life will go on with patience along. I'm quoting the last song of the track, but I have to do the shameless plug while we're talking about this, right? We picked 10 songs that I just thought were the most ready, it came out really. The feedback so far it's been really good to hear a real rock record, and we tried to make it as much as a real rock and roll record versus and don't get me wrong, a lot of music these days I love it, and I'm a huge fan. My wife has gotten me into a lot of new modern bands, but I really think that what we're trying to do is fill a void in rock and roll right now, where stuff is more about like a live experience and trying to recreate that on the record. Because at the end of the day, like we are live performers, and we wanted to kind of capture that energy and rawness of an alternative rock kind of grunge indie metalish band, in trying to do it now in a modern way. So
one thing that I noticed is especially if you say you wrote these songs 15 20 years ago, says something about the quality of the writing, in that they still translate out well today, and you do cover a wide variety of sounds, kind of a grungy alternative sound, or definitely a solid rock base to what you're doing. It really says something about the quality of the material that you've come up with.
Thank you. That means a lot, Earl. It's we have a lot of different influences. I mean, I've influences, you know, from hip hop, R&B, electronic music. I mean, it just kind of keeps going. So it's not just rock and roll. So I think, and there's a lot of punk elements in that record, right? Like, you know, so, and punk's a big part of us. We actually recently opened for, I don't know if you remember the band from the 70s, 80s, the Dickies. They're still playing, and we just recently opened for them, and we did 3 punk covers, and it was just fun. It was just like, you know, because it's punk music is just as much of a, you know, an influence to us as grunge, right? So, but yeah, it kind of all kind of when I listen back to it too, I hear different elements of music too, and it's we're pretty happy how it came out.
Well, one of the things that one of the songs that is on the new album, which is called Won, WON. They're currently in the stores now as we speak, and you can get over and find it on all those download sites that everyone knows and love. But the song that I wanted to ask you about is the first song we're going to play here, Two Minds, One Head. How did that tune come about?
That song, so I kind of have 2 different parts of me. There's the business side, and then there's the creative side. And Two Minds, One Head was always about living with the fact that you have 2 different personalities, and they sometimes overlap, but most of the time they don't. And instead of fighting to change, to have not one of them be a part of you, it's about the acceptance that you're going to have to live with both of them together. And at the end of the song, they both throw up their hands, or one person throws up their hands and realize, hey, this is the way it's going to be. So you're just going to have to fucking live with it. And instead of trying to change yourself, this is who you are and embrace it, kind of thing. I don't know, you know, the more this song has always brought up the most questions, because when you like look at the lyrics, it's more about a specific thing versus some of the other songs. They're just not really about a specific thing. They're just more about of feelings of the moment of like what I was writing. And I think a lot of the writing is about mood for me versus trying to like write a song about, you know, cowboys in a Western or something, you know, like I don't like go into a song and be like, I want to write a song about cowboys or something. You know what I mean? I want to write a song because I'm feeling this specifically, and what does that turn into? This song in particular, when I was writing it, the theme, it just kind of kept going. And then like the bridge part, it just kind of like the song kind of shifts in that regard, and that's where like the acceptance start of the song is. And honestly, you know, this song is going to be the main single off the album. And we're really heavily promoting this one, and we think this one will, you know, is the biggest mass audience grabber, let's just say.
So
Now, you were talking there a little bit about playing live with the Dickies. You've got a resume of some really big spots there in LA. The Whiskey, the Viper Room. I mean, you've played some huge spots. How important is it for artists today to be able to hit the stage like that? Is it important for them to be able to do it?
Well, if you're talking about rock artists, then
Yeah.
I would say it's almost a requirement, unless you just want to be producing songs. But then, why would you not want to celebrate those songs live with people that are also celebrating music you love? So, I mean, I just think I don't know many rock artists that wouldn't want to play live, except some of them are just songwriters and they write music and sell it to other people or license it or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, for me, it's the best because it's a celebration and a culmination of all the stuff that you've done to get to that point. And it's just a party. I mean, because the thing about us too, we had some videos of us online, and the music video that we're coming out with for Two Minds One Head is a compilation of a lot of the shows we played in LA over the last year, and it'll give you a good idea of like what we look like live and how we sound live and our vibe and that kind of thing. But it's we just like to throw a good party and everyone have fun.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I noted is, and is from talking, reading some stuff about you. You actually started putting one together when the pandemic hit and shut everything down. And I have to. I'm not an artist myself, but I have to think that it was tough on folks like you to go from that creative wellspring to being, basically shut out of your livelihood and your creative outlet. I can't imagine how tough that was on artists like you.
Well, there's two things there. So we started tracking the album like finally after like 15 years or whatever it was, and I'm like, okay, I finally have the studio. I finally have. We had amazing bass player and Julia Log play on the album, and Aviv Cohen played on 6 of the 10 songs, and Alex Lugua played the other 4 that we did at the Lip Studio on drums. And I was just so lucky to have such amazing people and at Total Access with Steve Ornest and Wynn Davis and Thomas Caja at Lip Studio, just amazing people around us. So then a week before the pandemic happened, we started tracking the drums, and then the pandemic started and everything got shut down. And I was pretty fucking depressed for a while because, look, at the end of the day, like there's so much going on in the world, and I'm, from a political and economic level that was much more important than me making an album. So I looked at it and was like, okay, like people are dying, like there's a lot going on here. But then it kind of hit me. It was like, okay, well, how long is this going to be going on for, right? Like June hit, and I remember Steve Ornest called me on Total Access, and he's like, we still can record this. We're just going to have to be wear masks in the common areas. One person's allowed in a room at all times, in each room at all times. And I'm like, this is just not how I really imagined doing this after all these years, But then I thought about it and I was like, well, what the fuck else am I going to do? I'm going to sit around, watch concerts of people playing in their pajamas and on my couch. I'm like, it's not, and no offense to the live streaming people out there and whatnot. It's just hard to replicate going to an actual real show. And they did a great job. And I saw some really good ones over here. But my point is there's only so much you could do, right?
Mm-hmm. It really is. I remember watching several of those, live streamed events, and they were nice, but it's not the same as being in a crowded nightclub or in an arena, and feeling that wall of sound just blow you away. That's something that I missed a lot during the pandemic myself.
So I'm wearing this shirt for a reason. I don't know if you remember this band from the 90s.
The Toadies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them quite well.
Yeah, so I just recently saw them at the El Rey Theater in LA a couple weeks ago, and they played Rubberneck from start to finish. But it was a good example of why you have to go see music live, right? First off, they're so tight as a band still, and just Todd Lewis is is one of the best singers you'll see live in the world, maybe ever. You know, he's got that such a good voice that I've been waiting for a very long time, and this show got rescheduled for like 2019, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, and it got rescheduled again or something. I don't know. So anyway, I got really into the Toadies during the pandemic. Because I just started listening to a lot of music, right? But that was a good example. It's like if you played that show for me and I'm sitting on the couch versus in the mosh pit there where I did go into, which I haven't been to a mosh pit in a while. And you know what? You just can't recreate that any other way. There's an escape aspect of seeing live music that you can be in like the worst fucking mood ever, right?
Definitely.
One of my guitar teachers when I was like very young taught me this. He's like, and I think we were learning like Alice in Chains at the time. He's like, whenever I'm depressed, I just put on Alice in Chains and I'll put on like Dirt or self-titled or whatever it is. And by the end of the album, we're 3 songs in, you won't even remember why you were upset or whatnot, and it just has a way of like naturally, clearing your head. And going to a show even amplifies that even more, because then you go in there and you're with like other. Like for me, I was, I'm a music nerd. I mean, I know that. Like, so I'm hanging out with other music nerds that are Toadies fans. So there's not many like people don't really know who Toadies are. They know like the Possum Kingdom and whatnot. But like, when you go there and then you start to like, now you're never meeting other friends, and like then I'm talking about Left of the Slash, and the next thing I know, but then it's like then you're interested in what I'm doing, and I don't know. There's something about the social interaction aspect there too, where it'll never be replaced. And look, it sucks because a lot of people have severe and justified PTSD from the pandemic, and a lot of people still will not go to shows. Like my guitar tech, phenomenal guitarist, he won't even go to a show, and he went to one of my Left of the Slash shows. But then it's like it is what it is, right? Like some people are scared, some people aren't. It always turns into this political debate now, and honestly I don't talk politics with people because I just don't. It always creates arguments that I don't want to have. I'd rather argue about like who's a better band, Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd, and I would say Pink Floyd, but my point is that it's more interesting. But then the second part of your question, I know this is a long-winded response, but it is the real answer. I actually wrote so many songs in the pandemic, like a ton, like more than I've written in years. Probably because I have such bad ADD and ADHD that I need to be grounded. I realized where I'd never have been grounded in my life, because I would travel in the summer, travel in this, that, like I was always on the move. There, I was like, there's nothing for me to do. So I learned how to cook real well, what I think. Actually, other people were saying it too. But besides that, I was like, you know what? I got riffs in my head. I have lyrics and this. So I thought it was one of the more creative times, because for me, when everything's good in the world, it's hard to write about, like, it's just not that interesting, like writing about joy all the time. And like, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Just for me personally, I think trials and tribulations of like a life, or putting something that's bigger than you out there and bigger feelings has always like connected with me more. And that's why, I listen to music that I listen to. But I think that it humbled a lot of people, myself definitely included. It taught me a lot about discipline and what's really important. And I used all that to write a lot of music. And I think I lost count, but at one point it was like 30, 40 songs, and I kind of just stopped counting. But a lot of like riffs, a lot of melodies, a lot of actual lyrics too. And yeah, now I mean we probably have like close to like 100 songs in various stages of development for Just Left of the Slash, besides other stuff I do. But so I have a ton of material. We're already sketching out the second album. And going to be doing it in a little different way this time, where I kind of built myself a home studio here, and we got an electronic drum kit, so I can literally we could just get MIDI on there, we could just get going, and it'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to, you know, releasing this album, making more music, playing more shows, all of it, you know.
Definitely sounds like you're going to be busy for the next few months, and especially if this album here takes off, you're going to be real busy. It's called One, W-O-N. The band is named Left of the Slash. We've been speaking with their singer, Stephen Nemiroff. Stephen, we wish you the best of luck with the album, and we're going to play a couple more tracks here, but hopefully we'll hear more out of you. And when you get the new stuff together in 2023 and beyond, you've always got a home here at Real Rock Radio for your stuff.
I appreciate that, Earl. Have a good one, buddy.
Got me out of a bind, should have stayed, but I knew You're listening to Rock at Night.
The introductory song, Get On Down, is from blues artist Billy Bass Alford. Look for his music at ReverbNation.com.